everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Steelers are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Ravens team that wants to keep the running game in check.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. The MVP of Super Bowl 47 leading his crew out there from Delaware, it's Joe Flacco.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd down following the run. They go again with Collins. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level, that's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's brought down. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers at first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's a former 1,000-yard rusher, it's Stephen Ridley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. That time, a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a first down carry by Bell. Room here to run. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
second and very short here, less than a yard. Now Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So third down, just 1 yard to go. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And again, it's Collins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Flacco. And that's caught by Tammy. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Second down, Flacco now. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of to take the hits.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Tyson Alualu in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now it's Flacco, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Third and goal, Flacco. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all of this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
They'll run at Stephen Ridley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Back to the ground. It's Ridley again. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
The numbers for Collins last week, 21 carries, 85 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing, being the offensive coordinator all week long, hey, how about a few more touches?
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They run with Collins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen.
Encroachment, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Flacco to Perriman, and the Ravens have a first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through him.
Flacco here on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
This is Ridley. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Holding, offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. Oh, they get to the football. it's blocked. It's picked up. There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. In the red zone this time. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Flacco from the gun. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. He was looking for Alex Collins that time. That'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
Now Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
They'll run with Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get up. Field and gain additional yardage.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Maclin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
On the return, Fitzgerald to some. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Martavis Bryant and the offense getting set to go again here. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? This will be caught inside the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age. But then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Tyson Alualu in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 54 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On second down, Collins. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third down, this is Collins. And he is knocked down from the side. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. They run with a former Michigan man. This is Fitzgerald Toussaint. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Steelers haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Ravens have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Ravens opening up on offense. The pass ends up being picked off. Burns is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense on the field now after the pick. Bill's going to take it up the middle. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Steelers up by a touchdown. Ravens with it now early in the second. On the carry, it's Alex Collins. And this run goes for a touchdown. Ravens tied up at 10. Now first and 10. Roethlisberger's on target here. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Steelers go up by 6. First and 10. Macklin's got nobody around him on the deep pass. And he'll win the sprint to the end zone. They go ahead by 1.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. Number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football. First here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. But that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. C.J. Mosley with a big-time sack on third. Third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Campanaro. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've... This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the Steelers on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Ravens have got it.
these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The offense on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Ravens defense, they get ready and they trot back out onto the field. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers, and offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's James. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Roethlisberger. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Giving. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tamme, there. And it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Flacco. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, you know, the 6'3", 200-plus pound guy, like a Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Dez Bryant.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Here we go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers on third down. A very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. James has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. A handoff as they run the counter play. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Here's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They run. This is Toussaint. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he whips that one incomplete there. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Play action. Flacco. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Back to throw Dobbs. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Fresh set of downs here. Dobbs. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Dobbs now on second down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Hard throw, incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This from 44 yards away. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
A give right to Collins. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Flacco off play action. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
This is Collins on the handoff. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. Here's Collins. Down right around the 25. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 2nd down, Dobbs nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Willie Henry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go. 190. 190.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Bryant with a catch right side. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth. That rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Baltimore, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on ES.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.